Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this momentous day. India completes 75 years of independence. Free India, free country, free economy. And so for somebody like me who has traveled across the world and been to and dealt with people from various nationalities, I think one thing that we all should appreciate is what we have achieved in the last 75 years may not be the best. But the very fact that we have stayed as a country which has a democratic setup, which has given opportunity to millions and millions of people, is something that we owe it to all those individuals who have not only helped us achieve the freedom, but also in the past 75 years. And with that, a deep salute to everybody, including the people right at the borders, for helping us stay the way we have been. In 1983, a 12-day sea journey from Japan to Canada sparked multiple conversations between two remarkable Indians traveling independently to attend the World Parliament of Religions. Swami Vivekananda convinced Jamshedji Tata that technology can be imported, but the scientific temper cannot be bought and must be built within the country. This was a the outcome of this meeting was Jamshedji Tata setting up Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. An indirect outcome of this was that India pioneered software industry in the 1960s, and India exports more software than Saudi Arabia does oil. From Jamshedji Tata, the founder of the Tata Group, to Narayan Murthy, co-founder of Infosys, to the present-day information technology companies, to Bhavish Agarwal, co-founder of Ola, to Ritesh Agarwal of Oyo Rooms. These companies have changed the face of India by nurturing never-tried ideas into big business. Only some years ago, few would have imagined that the stack would develop so beautifully. India today has the highest number of mobile users in the world. The online content is available in English and Hindi, plus other state languages, removing language barriers. We have a robust digital payment system. Technology and financial developments aside, at the heart of this progress is the trust that online marketplaces and e-commerce platforms have developed with the SME companies, which are the bridge for connecting the Bharat and India. From budding fashion designers to homemakers showcasing their homemade products, e-commerce has been a key growth driver for millions of aspiring business owners. Today, most SME businesses come from tier 2 and tier 3 cities such as Agra, Panipat, Rajkot, Nasik, Jalgaon, and so on and so forth. Today's economy and their ventures differ from the old economy entrepreneurs and their businesses in several aspects. If in the past, building asset-heavy model like manufacturing and conventional service businesses characterized the old economy, asset-light, online-based new service ventures are characterizing the rapidly changing technology. For me, at least, and for millions of people out there, I'm sure India has achieved something that was thought impossible. And today, we are on the verge of becoming a powerhouse if we are not already one. This is the India at 75, in the year 2022. We are a true powerhouse. There are more than 10 crore small and medium businesses registered. There's so much of technology that is changing. I was in Calcutta last week, and on the Saturday had this opportunity of interacting with a lot of startups. People with fantastic ideas, and many of them no longer the fancy ideas. Somebody who's trying to track the farming and building the supply chain of the farming, somebody who's trying to bring in AI-driven recruitment services, somebody who is trying to make oxygen cylinders available in the local market through building an online platform. Somebody who's talking in terms of rapid diagnostic tests, an investment into gene technology, startups, young people. I met a young individual who has, at the age of 21, 22, has transformed the way people are looking at the cups and the mugs and the paper packaging, and doing a generous 1.5 crore per month. There's so much that is happening out there, ladies and gentlemen. But today is not only about revisiting what has happened. Yes, we are proud. Yes, I am proud. As a business coach, it gives me great pride in seeing how the business transformation has happened in India. It gives me great pride in seeing that in spite of all the dollar strengthening that has happened, how we've been able to manage a lot of things. It gives me great pride. But today is also to plan ahead. I do not know whether I'll be around for the next 25 years, but I know my organization will be around, and my organization will be working towards the fulfillment of the aspirations of the young business owners. And today, and last evening, when I was penning down my thoughts about what should be the context of this conversation, yes, I have digressed away from the business and life transformation program that we were running, and we'll restart that next week. But today is a special day. Today it is to stand up and be cognizant of all that has happened. But today is also a day which should give us a roadmap for the next 25 years. And I know a lot of people who watch me, who talk to me, and at that age bracket for whom India at 100 would be a reality. Young entrepreneurs, for you, India at 100 would be a reality. For many of us, it may not be. So a brainstorming happened yesterday with our teams and said, what are the 10 things that the Indian business owners should be focusing upon to move into the next orbit of growth? So these are the 10 key drivers that we believe will transform Indian businesses. Not that all of them will be relevant in the next 25 years, but today our endeavor should be to focus on these 10 things. The first of them, till recently, businesses have been operating on a cost plus margin model. This suits manufacturing, this suits trading, which owns huge assets. It's time to relook at this cost plus model and ask ourselves the question of value pricing. What price is the customer ready to pay to get a value which will solve one or more of his current problems? That needle now needs to shift, which says that I make a product at X and I will put a 15%, 20%, 30% margin and sell it at X plus 30. Today, let's look what the world will change into is people will asking for value. Why should a customer buy from you? How are you different from others in the marketplace? And how is it going to solve a particular problem of mine? If we don't get out of this mindset, we will stay in the clutter. And in the clutter, new age companies will come in, and there will be a lot of companies which will go by the wayside. Second, family managed organizations typically start having family owners driving the business. But it is time to start building teams based on competencies. Even if you're a business driven by family members, the family member's business card should not say I'm the owner of the business, but I should have a particular competency attached to it. I could be head of HR, I could be head of manufacturing, I could be head of finance, I could be head of sales, I could be head of marketing, I could be head of strategy, could be anything. But for a family owner to believe that it is his right to sit on that chair needs to go away. That right needs to go away. I am sitting on that chair because I bring in a certain competency in my business. So it's time for family, so the next gen business owners to start thinking about what is the competency that I should be looking at. This links up to the third. Authority is not linked to ownership. Effectiveness is the critical factor since rapid growth is the mantra. You're no longer looking at cost plus. So hence rapid growth is the mantra. The owners should see themselves as CEOs/CXOs, accountable to customers and investors who have a significant equity shareholding. That ego of a business owner needs to now slowly start shrinking. Fourth, traditional business owners accord the highest importance to retaining 100% equity in ownership. Loss of ownership is equated to loss of control over the business. This thought needs to change. Getting an equity investment from investors should not be a dirty word anymore. Divestment should not be a dirty word anymore. Selling of stake should not be a dirty word anymore. Business owners need to quickly appreciate that with valuation inflated through equity dilution, a small chunk in a divested pie is bigger than the ownership of the whole pie. And the money that you're raising through equity, you can use that money to upskilling of technology, to upskilling of businesses, to upskilling of expansion into multiple geographies. Again, last week I was having a conversation with one of the traditional the mithai shop owners in Calcutta, what we call Bengalis call as Mishti. And he says, sir, today perishability is a big problem. I said, yes, in your milk product, perishability is a problem. But why don't you do something about it? He says, we can do something about it, but there is an investment of a 10 crore to bring in a certain technology and machinery, which will help us reduce the perishability by about 60%. But we don't have that cash, and we don't want to take loans, and we don't want to take equity. Then how are you going to sustain in the long run, was my question to him. And he had no answer. It's so easy for him to raise those 10 crores by diluting a very, very minuscule percentage of his equity. Mindset needs to change, that there is money that is available outside in the world. It is all about looking at the new age businesses and how they are growing. The fifth, lacunae in leadership is in this VUCA, which is the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, is the critical failure factor today. We don't bring in leadership. Leadership should be linked to pursuing a shifting goalpost. Goalposts will keep on shifting. And I keep on saying this to all my audiences, that while in the last 22 years, right from 1991 to today, 2022, the world has seen huge economic progress, but it has also seen about 8 to 10 mini to major crises. So quoting Brian Tracy here, we are either in a crisis, or we are getting into a crisis, or we are exiting a crisis to get into another crisis. Somebody who tells us that after COVID, there will be no more crisis in the next 10 years, I think we are all ostrich in the sand, the head in the sand. So we need to bring in those huge level of leaderships. The VUCA environment will be constant. We cannot let go of it. We cannot sit back and say, there is VUCA, what can I do? Nothing can be done. It's not my responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only our responsibility. So we need to keep on shifting the goalpost. So what was relevant 1 year back may not be relevant today. And hence effective decision-making, grasp of technology, team building, not with age and past achievements, have to change. Team members will remain with you as long as they see that the goal is being achieved. So are we looking at visioning exercises? Are we building teams? Are we giving them a career? How much time you spent with your team and give them a reason to work for you is going to be a major cornerstone of success. Because people mindsets are changing. The youth is changing big time. Efficient and sufficient capital are those key ingredients without which sustainable and profitable growth is not possible. Most of the businesses get obsolete within a few hours, and entrepreneurs are forced to shut them. You have to adopt the approach that is ahead of its time to ensure constant and increasing profit margins. Your innovations. You cannot be doing something. You do not want to be like a Kodak. You do not want to be like a Nokia. You do not want to be like a BlackBerry. Your constant innovations, which will bring in the profit margins, which will bring in the cash, will only allow you to sustain. Otherwise, every year, 70% of businesses shut down, which have been started in the past 5 years, 70% of them shut down. Every year, businesses are shutting down, whether it is the big boys or it's the small boys. That doesn't matter. These businesses are shutting down. I was hearing a very interesting statistics that Germany, which is supposed to be the powerhouse of industrialization in Europe, does not have any company in the top 100 companies in the world. They are going through tough times. A powerhouse like Germany is going through tough times because businesses landscape are shifting. They're more coming eastwards. At one point in time, the east was great in businesses. Then it made the shift towards west. Now it's slowly coming back. And it's affecting countries like Germany. We don't stand a chance if we don't focus on innovation. Day in and day out, focus on innovation, which will allow us to keep our head above water in a great deal. Number 7, compliance will be key. Don't look at shortcuts which seem profitable in the short run. Today, everything that we are doing is getting tracked. One misstep that we take in non-compliance is going to destroy our business. And all the money that we have made and all the brand that you have built will get destroyed. We don't have to look too far around to see how many businesses have been shut down. Not only shut down, but the owners are under litigation because of non-compliance. So compliance will be key. Don't lose track of that. Number 8, unlearning, learning, reskilling, upskilling are going to be critical for this sector to scale up their businesses. Every new day there will have to be some unlearning. Our mindset shifts have to happen. We need to unlearn. Our employees need to unlearn, and we as business owners need to ensure that our employees unlearn quickly and keep on relearning. Learning is easy. Unlearning is difficult. So it's a process. Reskilling will have to be done. You just cannot let go of your employees every single day because they do not have the skills that are required for the business of today. You need to keep on reskilling them. So investment in team, in reskilling, upskilling are going to be critical. Number 9, focus on digitization. Technology will be the cornerstones. So people who are looking at usage of technology need to look at their technology teams. They have business owners in India this fantastic opportunity to expand beyond their normal and immediate surroundings. But technology will play a key. There will have to be investment in technology. There will have to be investment in people who know the technology. And finally, number 10, dream big. Too many business owners that I've talked to are dreaming too small. They're very happy with the 15% growth, 10, 20% growth, year-on-year growth. Ladies and gentlemen, those times have changed. You have to dream big. If somebody sets up a business in New York, his dream is to look at how can he come into Asia. But there are very few companies who set up businesses in Mumbai, think about New York as a market. Indian business owners need to now start thinking really big in terms of revenue, in terms of offices, in terms of people, rather than being constricted by their own thoughts. These are our 10 ideas for the next 25 years. This is where the Indian MSME at 100 in 2047 will be the true success stories. We are all in this mission together. Like I said, we are all in this mission together. I do not know whether I'll be there to see 2047, but our organization will be. And we will continue to focus upon our mission of touching the lives of minimum 500 business owners every single year. Reach out to us. If you need help in any of these or how to structure these, reach out to us. Because we are all in this together, and we wait for the day when in 2047, India celebrates 100 years of not only independence, but of true success of the Indian SME MSME sector. Quoting Swami Vivekananda here, don't look back, look forward with infinite energy, infinite enthusiasm, infinite daring, infinite patience, then alone great deeds can be accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great 15th August 2022. Let's cherish this day, but let's also rededicate ourselves to the growth that is possible. I will see you next Monday, same place, same time. Yes, there has been a change of time, but based on a lot of requests that has come in from our viewers, we have moved the time from 9:30 to 10. So next Monday, same place, same time, 10 a.m. in the morning, we will be with you, continuing our journey of transformation of business and life. Till then, have a great 15th August. Have a great day with the family and friends, and have a great week ahead. Thank you so much.